Hello and welcome to the History and Theory of Graphic Design course. We haven't run this course in a while, so this is kind of the first time many graphic design students at Youngstown State are entering this course. So I hope that you enjoy the content, and I think you'll find it very informative. Just, learning about graphic design, its history, where it came from, the different art movements that sort of inspired and informed graphic design. So I think you guys are really going to enjoy this class. My name is Amy Copeland. I will be your instructor for this 7-week summer course, and I just wanted to kind of walk through Blackboard a little bit with you. Hopefully you're familiar with it. If not, I'm hoping that this little video will help. So the course has been set up into 7 modules. You will probably only see 4. I still have a little bit of work to do in 5, 6, and 7, so I'm not going to open those quite yet, but you should have access to 1, 2, 3, and 4. We also have our Getting Started module, the Syllabus and Schedule module, and then the Blackboard Orientation module if you need to get a little bit more familiar with Blackboard and the way it works, submitting projects, that kind of thing. You can find that in here. You just need to click on the module and you'll see all of these different things that you can kind of look at as well. And of course, these will all be open to you. If you go to Getting Started, you'll see there's a little page that kind of talks about me, my background, so I won't go into that right now. You guys can all read it. There's also a course overview and objectives. So this kind of introduces the course, talks about the learning objectives and the module objectives. So that's an important thing to kind of read through. And then student introductions, I would love for you all to fill in the student introduction discussion. That way you can introduce yourself to me. I can then, introduce myself to you a little bit further, and just, this is a good place if you do have any questions. You can add them here. Our course policies, I'm not going to open all of these, but there's just talks about AI use, software, different university policies. The syllabus and schedule, you do have a syllabus that you can read through and let me know if you have any questions. You can print it if you have a printer at home by clicking on this icon. One of the really important things to do is to really look through this schedule. So because this is a 7-week course, it's pretty accelerated. So you should, definitely plan on spending quite a bit of time each week on the materials. But this way you can kind of see what the due dates are, and you can plan your weekly schedule that way. All of the quizzes are due on Wednesdays. You'll have observation studies, which I'll go over in another video. Those are due on Thursdays of each week. And then your final exams, and if there's any video discussions, those will be due on Sundays. Everything by 11:59, and we definitely have a strict policy on not accepting late work. So make sure, you put these in your calendar, that you note them, that you look at all the due dates at all times. So this, go through this schedule just to make sure you can kind of plan your week. We have 5 exams in only 7 weeks, so there are a couple weeks where you get a break from an exam, so that's good as well. And then we're going to go through, there's a course Q&A, so if you have any questions, you can fill out that discussion forum. And then within each module, you'll notice that there's a welcome page, and the welcome page just kind of introduces the module, what we'll be talking about, and all the different things that we will be learning, discussing, and submitting. So definitely go through each module and make sure that you're familiar with what you need to know for each course. The learning materials module is very important because this is where the lectures are. So a lot of times in each week there will be recorded lectures, and these are very important. They do follow your textbook, but I've kind of called out a lot of the important things that I want you to learn. So going through and taking notes on the lectures are a really important way to first learn the materials and then be able to kind of note what I find is important from your readings. Each one is less than 30 minutes, so I would definitely not wait until the last minute to watch all of these. I would kind of slowly watch them throughout the week. So those are there. Please let me know if you have any problems opening the videos, but they should all be pretty straightforward. So we're going to close that out. I will go over the observation study assignments with you in a separate video. You will have one of those per week, and then you'll have a quiz on the readings that you do each week as well. On the weeks that we don't have exams, we will do a video discussion, and that is just where you'll watch some videos and just respond to them. So that's pretty self-explanatory. So that's basically what will happen. Each module is very set up very similarly. So you'll have your welcome. You'll then have your learning materials with all the videos and stuff that you'll need to watch. And then the quizzes and your exams should also be pretty straightforward, things that you probably will have experienced in other classes that you might have taken online. So I won't, I'm not going to open those up and explain those. One thing I do want you to note is there is essay prep. So your exams will be made up of multiple choice, slide identification. So we'll show you like an image from the textbook or the lectures. And you'll have to kind of who did it, what is the title, and then 1 to 3 sentences about the importance of that piece. Everything should come from the textbook. I will definitely be able to tell if you have used AI in any way. That is definitely not allowed in this course. And it's, at this time it is pretty obvious if you do that. So make sure you're always referencing back to the textbook. And then there is an essay prep. So what's really nice about this is each time you have an exam, I will give you 6 prompts that could potentially be essays on your exams. There's 4 essays that will show up. So if you prepare all of these essays ahead of time, then you know for sure that you're going to do okay on the exam. So I highly recommend that you prepare these essays ahead of time, even if you have to set up, prepare a couple extra. That way you'll still be prepared when you take the exams. So that's it. I don't want this introduction to be too long. So just make sure when the course opens that you kind of go through, make sure everything's working on your computers. We won't be using any Adobe software or anything like that. You'll just be required to create your observation studies. You can either use anything like Microsoft Word or any kind of notebook program you have on your computer, because you'll just be submitting PDFs. You could even use Google Docs, just making sure that you save those as a PDF as well. But otherwise, you won't be required to download any software that you probably don't already have on your machines. So again, there's also information on your textbook. So make sure if you go to your welcome here, you'll notice that the textbook is the Eskilsson book. It's available digitally through the bookstore, so hopefully you guys have all done that, purchased either your digital copy or your physical copy, because you will be reading from that book and need to reference the book as well when you do your observation studies. So that is it from me. I really look forward to teaching you all that I know about the history of graphic design, and really, just start giving you guys information on all of the heroes and people that definitely inspired me in my career, and hopefully will also inspire you in your career. So I look forward to meeting all of you, and then just feel free to either email me if you have any questions or reach out in the discussion forum, the Q&A.